Alright, the truth about antivirus apps in Android. You might have used some sort of antivirus apps previously on your Android devices, or you still might be using it. But the question arises, does it actually work? Given the fact that last year 21 apps were removed from Play Store by Google itself, which contained adware. Now adware is a sort of thing that displays unwanted, irrelevant and irritating pop-up ads that you don't want to see on your devices. So all of these apps are available on Play Store bypassing the Google security. Do you think that the antivirus will detect this kind of malicious activity on your phone? Well, maybe not. The question is, does the antivirus apps on your Android devices actually work as they claim? Coming up. Hey, my name is Kamran and I make videos on technology, tips and tricks and how you can be productive in your life using technology. And in this video, we are going to cover 5 things about antivirus, from the truth about antivirus to does it even actually work of what they claim. And lastly, do you even need an antivirus on your Android devices and how to be safe without one? The truth of antivirus. In the most recent report from Antivirus Comparative, we have learned that the most antivirus software doesn't even do anything. They just use a blacklist to flag some apps, which is ineffective and makes the app only an advertising platform with a bunch of fake buttons. On the other hand, these security apps may do more bad than good, such as draining your battery continuously as it's running in the background 24/7. Also, load on your phone's processor and RAM will increase. So there are a lot of cons and pros of installing an antivirus app. Secondly, it even tracks your location, given the fact that it has all the permissions needed to access your phone's files to scan them up. Now, given the fact that it has all the permissions needed, does it work as an antivirus or as a pro virus? If that's the thing. Alright, let's talk about built-in Android antivirus or the built-in security of Android. Alright, before going ahead, I just want to say built-in security of Android comparatively in the past have been even stronger and secure. Now, talking about the built-in security of Android, it basically works on a technique called sandboxing, which basically protects your device from malicious activity. This technique depends on real-time interaction with the user. Hence, the user has always popping up prompts about the installation of application, and if you look into that prompt, you can see what sort of data is that app accessing. And it's not just the sandboxing technique that is used to secure every data of yours, but there are tons of different features built in your Android devices that makes your device way safer. Things like app scanning or authentication, for example, a fingerprint or maybe a face recognition, plus a lot of different features that makes your device way safer without an antivirus. Now, whenever you install an app from Play Store, it always gets scanned before it is downloaded on your devices, which means it is completely safe of any virus or any malicious activities. And the app goes through multiple trials of security check to make sure the app is completely virus-free. Now, we have seen that how good are built-in Android security features and why on earth you don't need any extra antivirus software. Now, let's look at a case where even if we have installed one of the antivirus softwares on our Android devices, what then? How good are these antivirus apps? Let's say. Now, let's suppose you do end up getting some malicious application installed on your device. You can anytime uninstall it and remove it from your Android device until and unless it is downloaded and opened. I don't think it will affect your mobile. Now, suppose you have been using an antivirus software. All it shows is how many chunk of files you have, the RAM you're consuming, and the temperature of your phone. So practically, you don't need any antivirus software additionally until you do any stupid thing. Even if some malicious software end up on your device, I don't think 90% of the antivirus available on Play Store will even notify you. Like, how many number of times has it happened that antivirus has detected a virus and actually removed it? Well, in most cases, it's a 0% chance of happening, because even if there was a virus, most of the antivirus software does not do as they claim and it's just for filling up your pocket. Now, I'm not telling that all the antivirus software does not work. There are some software that generally work on technology to detect the antivirus and remove it from your devices. To name a few, I can name of Kaspersky, for example, or maybe not. These are the apps which are most trustworthy and actually works. And it works perfectly fine. But 90% of the apps, it doesn't do anything as it claims. Forget about it. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about Android versus iOS security. Now it's quite debatable, but we'll come to a point. Now, talking about iOS, Apple's iOS operating system has long been considered the most secure of the two operating systems. And you may ask why. Apple's OS is a closed system, it is not open source. Apple does not release a source code to any developers, and the owners of iPhone and iPad cannot modify the code themselves. This makes it more difficult for the hackers to find vulnerabilities on the iOS devices. Whereas talking about the Android is open source. It's all in public. which relies on the open source, mean that the owner of the Android device can play around with the source code and modify it. And too much of the modification and it will be more weaker considering the security, and hence the chance of high vulnerabilities. But considering at this point of time, Android security have moved way far and it's been way securer than ever before. And there are less chances of any malicious activities around. But at the end, considering Android versus iOS, I consider iOS is the better option with regards to built-in securities. Again, to the question, do you really need an antivirus on your Android devices? Absolutely not. They just simply clean up your storage, which can be done manually by us. It's just no good of an antivirus which does not detect any malicious activity and is just running 24/7 in the background. Now let's talk about how you can be safe on your Android without any additional antivirus software. Now, to make sure that even if you're installing any third-party applications, make sure you trust the site, or make sure you trust the source from where you're downloading or side loading any applications. Even if you're browsing and an APK gets installed on your device, which in case doesn't happen until you do, you can simply delete it before installing it. That's been it, guys. That was all about the antivirus and whether you should use it or not. At the end of the day, it's your choice to use an antivirus just for the sake of it, but I highly recommend using genuine antivirus software such as Kaspersky. I hope you enjoyed the video and got value out of it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below what do you think about antivirus apps and whether you use it or not. Or maybe you just trust the Android built-in security features. I have never used an antivirus apps because I don't think there is a need of any antivirus apps, because most of the time, as I said before, they are only notifying you about the junked files and temperature, heat and stuff, which can be controlled by us by deleting all the storage. That's been it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Kamran and I'll catch you guys as always in the next one. Bye bye.